And I just can't resist. How could anyone resist this article? There's no way this is real. No job, no income, you're approved. Ninja loans, 2003, 4, 5, 6. Caused the crash, most epic crash we've ever seen financially. People who had no jobs getting approved for houses, etc. Like, there's no way that's happening again. Like this, that's not what, I haven't read the article yet. But the headline has grabbed my attention from Zero Hedge. We're going to find out together right now. Freddie Mac launches 3% down mortgage with no income restrictions. It's been a while since the U.S. made a wholesale push to get more cash and income-strapped households into the ever more unaffordable American dream of owning a house. 3 years to be exact. Which is when nationalized housing agency Freddie Mac last rolled out a conventional mortgage that only required a 3% down payment for certain owners or borrowers. The problem is that what modest requirement the mortgage program had back in 2015 meant that most Americans who needed access would be excluded. The program, which as we described at that time, was designed for qualified, that being the key word, low and moderate income borrowers, i.e. millennials, saw limited progress over the last few years, with FHFA Director Mel Watt telling Congress last year that Freddie's 3% down payment program, along with a similar one from Fannie Mae, was continuing to grow. It just wasn't growing fast enough, because while putting 3% down may not have been especially challenging for most Americans, having even the modest income required to go along with it was. So fast forward to last week when Freddie Mac announced on Thursday it was about to supercharge its 3% down program and launch a widespread expansion of the offering when it announced that it is rolling out a new conventional 3% down payment option for qualified first-time homebuyers. Effectively, the same as the 2015 program, with one small difference. There would be no geographic restrictions. More importantly, there will no longer be any income restrictions. To wit, Freddie Mac Home 1, more flexibility for maximum financing. Qualify more first-time homebuyers with our 3% down payment solution. First-time homebuyers comprise nearly half of housing purchases. Meet their needs with an option that eases challenges around available savings for down payment and closing costs. How Home 1 can help borrowers. There's 4 things. Solution for down payment challenges. Brings more first-time home buyers to the table by permitting 3% minimum down payment. Broad access, no geographic or income restrictions. Getting ready for home ownership. Educational requirements support informed and responsible home ownership. You mean like going and sitting down in front of someone who's going to try to get you a loan and them saying, how much money do you earn? Well, I don't exactly have a job. You don't have to write that down. How much money do you wish you earned? 120K a year? Good. Put that down right there. Yeah, go ahead. Initial there. Yeah. Go ahead and sign. Good. Yeah, but I can't prove that. Don't worry about it. You don't have to prove it. It's how we do things over here in America. No job, no income, you're approved. Need a car? No job, no income, you too are approved. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. And then finally, not every first home looks the same. Eligible for single-family homes, including townhouses and condos. It just went up threefold. I'm adding 3 points to that of epicness. Now they want you to get stuck in a condo or a townhome paying fees just to live there. HOA fee or the homeowners association or the condo fee or whatever, the maintenance fee, all these fees. And then when the whole thing starts over again and there's massive foreclosures, everyone starts walking from their homes in condos and townhouses. And there's a few jabronis left who are doing the right thing, paying my bills. I'm struggling, I'm dying over here, but I'm going to keep paying. Why did my HOA fee, why did my fee just go up $100 a month? It was just 125. Now it's 225. Well, yeah. What happened? Well, and they usually won't tell you this, but it's pretty obvious. What happened was a whole bunch of people moved out. And we've got to still pay the pool cleaning service, the maintenance, the groundskeeping has to get paid. All the houses, everything's included. And we only have one source of income, and that's you. And the other people who were here, but they left. And they ain't paying us the fee, even though on paper we can go after them. You owe this money. Our money, and we need it now. 877 cash. No. No. 877, get the hell out of there now. Walk. Walk like an Egyptian out of that damn condo or townhouse when housing collapse 2.0 comes again. Because that's what everybody did because they couldn't afford it. So then you have a foreclosure on your record. If you're going to that level, why are you not staying in the home as long as you can for free? Just going to throw that out there and ask. If your credit's destroyed anyways. And once again, a program like this, sponsored and okayed by the federal government, happens to help that down market come into play. No job, no income, you're approved. No income restrictions, really. What does that mean exactly? Does that mean I can, if I make too much, it doesn't matter? Or if I make too little, it doesn't matter, right? Maybe we'll find out. Let's see. Again, haven't read the whole article. Maybe I'll be surprised. Oh, well, you know what? Maybe it's not as bad as I thought. Oh, okay, never mind. But I got a sneaky suspicion that's not going to be the case. I'm very rarely surprised, okay? In other words, whereas many Americans could not qualify for their original 3% down program because, well, they lacked virtually any income, that will no longer be a hindrance, and the government will effectively backstop the lack of income as a new wave of income-challenged Americans rushes into buying houses. Home One mortgage and revised home possible mortgage income limits. Effective July 29, 2018. So a couple months away. In support of our continuing efforts to provide access to mortgage credit, we are introducing the Home One mortgage, our newest low down payment option that will serve the needs of more first-time home buyers. Home One mortgages have loan-to-value, total loan-to-value, and/or home equity line of credit (TLTV) also ratios above 95%. This offering complements our Home Possible offering by providing a low down payment financing option for borrowers without specific income or geographic restrictions. Amusingly, the new program, which is called Home One, puts Freddie Mac in direct competition for mortgage business with the Federal Housing Administration, which also only requires 3% down on some mortgages. Furthermore, according to Freddie Mac, this new offering is not replacing its Home Possible solution, 3% down mortgages. Rather, the program is meant to complement the Home Possible program, which will still be available to low and moderate income borrowers. Freddie Mac's Home One mortgage is part of the company's ongoing efforts to support responsible lending. Yeah, sounds like it. That's real responsible. Provide sustainable home ownership and improve access to credit. Oh, you're improving access to credit. But the first part, responsible lending, kind of like the last time, all these banks were responsible lenders. No one had an income, didn't have to prove an income. You're approved. The most expensive thing you could ever need credit for, which means it would be the most disastrous if things went bad. We're going to make sure you get this whether you have a job or not. And that's what happened. Show me which bank executives went to jail. Show me people who got arrested for that. Anybody. Well, you'd probably be hard pressed because they lobbied Congress. Glass-Steagall was changed. Bill Clinton had helped to do that. Early part of 2000s, Bush is in office. We got to undo a few things there too. Congress, of course. And president signs it into law. Lacks this, lacks that. We don't need that. We don't need to look at. And next thing you know, massive housing bubble. Because again, you have a stampede of new people buying houses who could never buy houses before. Which causes what? The same thing in the crypto market. All these new people coming in, buying all these assets that we are sitting on, and we ain't selling them all. If we are, we're selling a little bit at a time for more money than where it was yesterday. They drive the market up. And then all of a sudden, reality hits, housing market, couldn't afford this, we can't make our payments, foreclose, all these enormous houses hitting the market. And remember, the banks held back a whole bunch of the foreclosures. Remember that? They had a ton on their books, and they just wouldn't even list them. There's so many properties for sale by us, banks, we just can't even list them all. That's what I'm telling you. We're waiting for this time again, and it's going to happen again. But this time, you have the opportunity if you're in crypto. Now, crypto can do this while the housing does this again. And then you, your own bank, buys this and this and this and this. Maybe you need to do a little fixing up, whatever, fire sale. You buy it, you rent it. Now you've got residual income. Thanks to this broken, destructive system, which you've paid attention to now long enough, and now you can figure out how to play this game. But it always takes money to make money, right? So let's continue on anyways. It's not quite clear how it is responsible to lend money to households which have saved only enough to put down 3% equity value, and which have no income to even get the false impression their equity stake may grow in the future. But it gets better. As Housing Wire summarizes the terms of Home One, Freddie Mac said that the new mortgage is designed for first-time home buyers who currently make up nearly half of all home purchases. It's a lot of homes being purchased by new homeowners, first time. Which means what? Which means a whole bunch of these new people probably can't afford it. And we're about to experience housing bust again. According to Freddie Mac, a Home One mortgage must be underwritten through its loan product advisor, which makes a complete risk assessment based on several factors as it relates to credit, capacity, and collateral. Additionally, the Home One mortgage is offered only for conforming fixed-rate mortgages that are secured by a one-unit primary residence, and at least one of the borrowers must be a first-time home buyer. So let me think about this. Oh, my wife's never really been on the mortgage, buying a house. It's always been my name. So we could qualify for that. She's a first-time home buyer. Right? See how it could be abused too? Not that it really matters. I don't need to do that. But at least I could freaking pay the bill and not have a job and have to lie on a piece of paper. Oh yeah, I got income and I don't have any income. There's one potential hurdle. When all the borrowers are first-time home buyers, at least one borrower must participate in homeownership education in order to qualify for the mortgage. Now you've got to go to an education seminar system, something, as part of the process. We need you to be an educated home buyer. Yes, one may have no income and still qualify as long as one watches a few videos explaining why having an income is critical to avoid having another housing market crash or something. But I can still get a house? Yes. I'm going to get a house. You said I could. You approved me. I'm going to get a house. That's how it went last time. I told you my wife had a van a few years ago. She doesn't have a job. Well, you have a job, right? Yeah. How much do you make? Okay. We're just going to put that down on hers. Her credit's good. They're not even going to look into it. Or whatever. Got, 1 point something % rate at the time, 2% or something ridiculous. That was the first van, like from years ago. Then when we get the second van, it was kind of the same story. How much do you make again? Well, okay. Just put that down here. Yeah, but I'm not, it's actually her though. Yeah, I know. Don't worry about it. Once again, they won't look into it. Her credit's great. Just, put that down. Anything to sell. Like Jerky Boy said. What do you need me to sell, babe? What's that? Calling about the job. Car salesman. What do you need me to sell? I'll bring a effing tank in. I'll sell the thing. This millennial, he comes in. He doesn't know if he wants to buy a house, sell a house. I push his freaking face right in that front door. You buy this freaking house, I'll punch your freaking mouth loose. Said he didn't have an income or something. We don't need an income around here. Get Brett Ware, I said. Like you can make a Jerky Boys skit out of this. But this is real. Oh, and here I see the word ninja. Hold on. Yes, one may have no income and still qualify as long as you watch a few videos, you know. None of that matters, however, as the U.S. government is once again clearly more interested in truly blowing another housing bubble. Where not Countrywide or New Century, but the government itself is issuing ninja loans. The Home One mortgage will provide our customers the flexibility they need to help borrowers anywhere in the country achieve the milestone of home ownership and overcome the common down payment resource hurdle. Gardner continued, Home One is a great solution for aspiring homebuyers to grab the first rung of the property ladder and enjoy the financial and social benefits of participating in home ownership. What was unsaid is that now that rates just happen to be rising, making homes even more unaffordable and resetting adjustable rate mortgages higher, by the way, the generously funded by the taxpayers Home One also assures another housing crisis and even more GSEs, Freddie, FHA, bailouts in the near future. It's guaranteed. The fund begins on July 29th, 2018, when the new Home One mortgage will become available. For more information, check out the program detail and marketing materials from Freddie Mac. Because this is it. Ooh-ah. Please. Please tell me this is fake. Please tell me I'm giving you fake news right now for fun, to entertain you. The only entertainment you're getting is when I sing these horrible little things that come to my mind in the middle of these videos. That's the only real fake news entertainment you get. The rest of this is actually real. This is real. The bubbles will be higher, and the blowing of those bubbles will be even more disastrous. Again, you stand a great opportunity to make a killing. If your crypto portfolio does this, while the housing in reality does this, and you start picking up those pieces, and all the sheeple, I'm going to walk from my house, I'm down on my luck again, or the other people, I didn't do anything wrong. Why is my house price plummeting right now? We got to get out of this house. We've got a family now. We can't stay in the house. We were hoping we could get some income off this when we sold it. Now it's just plummeted. I didn't do anything wrong. What? Well, how much underwater am I? Oh my God, $50,000. Now I'm going to be stuck in this house for another 10 years while another recovery happens again? I can't do that. We got a family. We got to move. And they're going to have to make a decision. Do you stay there as a slave? Or do you say, wait a minute. I've just been wronged. And not only was I wronged, it wasn't just the banks this time. It was the banks in collusion with the government this time that did this to me. And then your mindset should hopefully change. What the F am I doing? Why am I, quote unquote, doing the right thing all the time? When the whole society around me is doing the wrong thing, the banks have been doing it. Now the government, which they've always been doing it, is vocally in your face doing it. And they're working together. Hey, banks and government, we're going to give loans to everybody who can't afford them. Why? Because they can't get them now. They can't even come up with 3%, most of them. 3% down payment. What the hell is that? What the hell is 3%? It's nothing. You should have that. No. When people don't even have $500 or $1,000 in their bank account, when most Americans don't even have $500 as an emergency savings kind of a thing, you know, in an emergency situation, I got $500,000 in my bank. When more than half of a country's citizens don't have that, you ain't getting a 3% down payment even. Because 3% of a $100,000 house is $3,000. Of course, closing costs, all this nonsense. $200,000 house, you need $6,000, which is still low. I mean, wow, for a $200,000 house, that's all I got to come up with? Yeah. But most people can't. So what do? Everybody's approved. Ninja Loans 2.0. I'm sure this will end real well. You know, I'm positive it's going to end really well. It might for you and I. Honestly, seriously, you looking at this camera right now, looking at me, the screen. It might, if you're in cryptos, this might actually end real well for you. Because we had the foresight to see this coming. We saw some other technology coming up, cryptos. We put 2 and 2 together. We know what the government does. We know what the banks do. The banks are the government, buying for the banks, not buying for the people. And it's therefore going to end the same way. So you will have opportunities to get a freaking fire sale. Is it going to be next year? Will it be the year after? I have no idea. But if nothing changes, it's a surety that it's going to happen. Take care.